The crypt of Marilyn Monroe here at Pierce Brothers Westwood Village Memorial Park in Westwood, California. Marilyn, the iconic beauty who died tragically at the age of 36. This video, however, is not about Marilyn. This is about the legend of Richard Poncher. Now, many of you are probably asking, who is Richard Poncher? Well, Richard Poncher, as you can see, is the man who was buried directly above Marilyn Monroe here in this wall. Now, Richard bought this crypt from Joe DiMaggio back in 1954 while Joe was going through his divorce from Marilyn. I guess Joe, realizing he wasn't going to spend the rest of his life with Marilyn, didn't want the crypt. And at the time, Richard was not that big of a fan of Marilyn, but he grew to love her over the years. And he told his wife that when he died, and this is the legend, he wanted to be buried face down in this crypt so he could face Marilyn for eternity. And he also told his wife if she didn't keep his wishes, he would come back and haunt her. Well, after Richard died, his widow told the funeral director about what he wanted. And he turned Richard upside down in his casket. And then Richard was put in this crypt where he is, in fact, looking at Marilyn Monroe forever. However, forever was almost short-lived. His widow tried to sell this crypt not that long ago. In fact, she put it up for auction on eBay with a minimum bid of $500,000. And after a few days, those bids exceeded $4 million. And the winning bid was $4.6 million. Now think about that, $4.6 million for this little space. And if you go by square footage, it would make this crypt above Marilyn Monroe one of the most expensive pieces of real estate in the world. However, something happened to that bid, and he couldn't pay for it, or he had some sort of problem with the payments, but he had to back out. And they tried to contact the other bidders next in line, and but nothing happened, and that auction failed, and Richard Poncher wound up staying in this wall, where he still rests on top of Marilyn, looking at her for eternity. Well, at least for now. And that's the legend of Richard Poncher, right here in Westwood, California.